Echo AI turns a process that takes 30 minutes and 250 clicks from the poor doctor into something that's only 2 minutes, a single click. It completely automates echocardiography or ultrasound of the heart, and thus it can automate the fight against heart disease.
Isn't that fascinating? I didn't know it took so much effort just to get that ultrasound of the heart.
Yeah, so if I could explain.
Please.
So getting the ultrasound of the heart, it's just pointing an ultrasound probe at the heart in the correct direction.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't really need a doctor. We have trained personnel like technicians to do that. I'm talking about all that happens after that. So once you have the images, imagine you've got lots of videos and looking at the heart in many, many different ways. The heart has many, many different chambers. Now, that's where specialized training comes in. That's where we doctors actually sit in a dark room and spend hours of painful of time just kind of sorting through the images, telling ourselves which one is the left side or the right side or the upper chamber, lower chamber, what are we looking at, and then painfully tracing, like my 4-year-old.
With your mouse
tracing,
cursor.
Yeah. Dot, trace, just so that we can segment the heart chambers and then measure, and then we have to somehow memorize in our head what's normal, what's not normal,
right?
Which is different for a boy and a girl, which is different depending on your age, different depending on race, and so on. So we have to memorize all that and then come up with a report to say, is this heart normal or not? Now, Echo AI automates that entire process, all the way from recognizing which chamber, which modality, because we have two-dimensional, we have Doppler, we have all kinds of modality.
Okay.
Which side, all of that, then automatically segmenting, automatically measuring, automatically applying the correct normal limits for your age and sex and height and even your race, and coming out with normal or normal and proposed diagnosis and prognosis.
What?
So the whole thing.
Isn't this fascinating? Because does that mean that doctors and healthcare professionals just got used to a way of doing things, and that's just the way we do in echocardiogram? Sit down, click, 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 draw, remember. It's just the way it was done, is it?
Actually, Daniel, you are so right, and you are holding a mirror to my face, which is exactly how Echo AI was born. So basically, the now CEO of Echo AI was then a retired serial entrepreneur, happily, kite surfing around the world. He went for an ECG.
Okay.
Now, electrocardiogram is different from echo. Electrocardiogram is the electrical.
The
very easy. Remember,
one.
you can get it at a GP also.
Yes.
Basically, he got an abnormal screening ECG and immediately needed an echo. And that's when he had to wait months for an appointment because it can only be done at a specialist center.
Okay.
And had to wait days after that appointment to get the report. And was still got 2 different results.
Oh, no.
Same exam, but if you read it by 2 different doctors, you get 2 different results. So that already shows it's very tedious, manual, takes very long, and is error prone. And it's because of what I was telling you was happening. You see, we can definitely do ultrasound very, very safely in a general practice. It's just ultrasound. But it's the interpretation.
Yeah.
That's why it's limited to specialists.
Okay.
And you're right. All of us in the specialist center have been retrained so many years to learn how to do all the dot and all that and the click. So we never questioned it. And it's only when someone like the CEO now came in, had his own experience, that he, as a non-medical, started to question, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All this.
Isn't it
So
ironic?
he kind of decided, let's do a deep dive. Let's find out how this is happening. How in the world could I get 2 answers?
Right.
And when he saw how manual, he immediately lost sleep.
Yeah.
And then in his words, why be retired when you cannot sleep?
Yeah.
So that's what got him out of retirement to say, let's start a company. This must be doable.